This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so good morning all and welcome back to the session. This is Big Data Masters program and we are going through with PySpark. And this is session 5 onto the PySpark. In previous session, what we have seen, we have gone through with certain basics and over there we have discussed components of PySpark or Spark components of Spark, and over there we have seen 5 different components and 5 different layer of components we are having storage layer, we are having resource manager, then Spark core is there, then libraries are there, and onto the upper side what we are having the programming languages API. So we have gone through with components of PySpark or Spark. Recap to session 4. Okay. Then what we have seen, we have gone through with the deployment mode. Deployment mode. Deployment modes in PySpark or Spark. Okay. So sometimes it is called like say local mode and cluster mode. Okay, local mode and cluster mode. Local, like the Spark is running on your local machine. Spark is running on local machine. And with respect to the cluster deployment mode, we are having two types of modes over here: client and cluster. Client mode and cluster mode. Okay, client mode and cluster mode. So over here, the once we are using the client deployment mode, at that moment the driver is running inside the driver machine, client machine, and once it is the cluster mode, then the driver is running inside the Spark cluster. So this is the difference with respect to client mode and cluster mode. So we have gone through with these particular things. Then we have discussed about responsibilities of of driver and with respect to the responsibilities, if we are talking about the responsibilities of driver, then like it is the one who is going to maintain the metadata, providing Spark session and Spark context, uh, converting the RDDs into a DAG. Okay, and it is responsible for monitoring and all, and the execution, once the execution is done, the client is informed accordingly. So certain responsibilities are there and we have gone through with these particular things. At the end we have gone through with the word frequency calculator, and over there we have discussed about short by and short by key transformation. Short by key transformation. So the difference between short by and short by key transformation. Now we will start our session from this particular topic: difference between short by and short by key. Key transformation. Okay, so definitely if this both of these are the transformations, then the outcome from both of these two transformation will be RDD, right? Is it fine?
Yes, sure. Yes, fine, sir.
If we are applying short by or short by key transformation, then result will be a RDD. That is clear. It is clear to all. Now short by is going to take the input with respect to index, and short by key is going to short based upon the key and value pair. Okay, so it is input must be in key and value pair. Over here, the input must be in key and value pair. So if you are working with sort by key and you want to have sorting of your data, then it must be in key and value pair. But with respect to sort by, it is not like mandatory. It's not mandatory. It's not mandatory that the input is in key and value pair. Okay, with the name itself, friends, we are able to visualize, or we are able to see that short by is going to take, or it is going to sort the data based upon the index what we are mentioning. Okay, so in our previous example over here, okay, short by, okay, short by is not here. Okay, so let me open this one. So over here in this particular example, if we are going to apply short by, then we just need to mention like at which index we need to prefer the sorting. Okay, from which index we need to do the sorting. But over here, like it is going to take the input in key and value pair, and it is not going to check like is it the numeric value or the alphanumeric value. It is just have the instruction that based upon the key it is going to perform the sorting. There is no need to mention certain things inside the sort by key clause. So it is going to take the input in key and value pair and perform the sorting based upon the key only. But the sort by is going to take the input with respect to the index, and it depend on us like at which level we need to prefer the sorting or we want to have the sorting. So once we are talking about the differences between both of these two clauses or both of these two transformation, it depends upon the use case. If you are having data that is in key and value pair, then definitely you need to proceed with with sort by key. However, once we are talking about the performance related stuff, so once your data is in terms of key and value pair, then sort by key is performing good and it will provide you the outcome with low latency. But if the data is not in key and value pair and you need to do the sorting based upon certain index and all, so proceed with the sort by. Okay, so from the performance perspective, there is no major difference between both of these two transformation. Okay, both of these two transformation are working onto the same principle, and we can segregate or we can differentiate these transformation based upon the type of the data which they are handling. Clear? The difference between sort by and sort by key.
Yes, clear.
Okay, so from the performance perspective, there is no major difference. But if you are having key and value pair data, then proceed with the sort by key. Yeah. Okay, so that is the difference between sort by and sort by key. Yeah. So we will continue with the program what we were executing. Okay, so this was the program that we are having, or from the understanding perspective, let me proceed with this one. Okay, because it will give you better understanding. Okay, visualization you can do in a better way. Okay, so what we are having, let me first de- describe the things. Okay, so over here, if you are able to see, big is there, big data is say big. Okay, and say data is there, data, data, data. Okay, data. Okay, so what we are able to see over here, we are having the array of lines. Okay, or we are having this particular test .txt, and in this particular test.txt we are having certain data, and what we are doing, we are trying to calculate the frequency of each and every word. So over here, the data is given in lowercase and uppercase as well. Like some keywords, some words are there in uppercase, some or some letters are there in uppercase, some letters are there in lowercase. Okay, so once we are having such type of data, then Spark is going to take it as a different keyword. Just have a look. So let me save this and execute this piece of code. Then you will be able to have the better understanding. So I'm having the Spark session. So the boilerplate code is ready for you, and I'm just pasting the code which we have executed in our previous session. Okay, 3.spark. Okay, so let me change the path. 3 dot, it is not going to, probably like it will, we will get certain errors. So what I will do, I will paste it over here only inside the big data factory, and test is there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to read the file from this particular location, then I'm going to split the lines into words. So I will be having words and the words are splitted based upon, the lines are splitted based upon the space. Once we are having these the words, then I'm going to fix one with each and every word, and then I'm proceeding with reduce by key transformation, and further I'm going to collect it. So say print reduced RDD dot collect, and just have a look what will be the output. Okay, so the execution has been started, and we are able to get the output. So just have a look. Hello is there, that is one. How is one? R is one. U one. Welcome. What I want to show you, the data is given 7 times. So over here, just have a look. Big is there 3 times, and we are having another big, that is 1 time. Okay, and the data, just have a look. Data is there 1 time. Okay, this data is there 3 times. So what we are able to conclude, that if we are having upper and lower case letters, Spark is going to consider it a different keyword or different word. So if we are proceeding, if we are going to have the calculation of word frequencies of each and every word, at this moment we will not be able to get the the exact output, or the correct output. So what we can do, either we can convert this particular data into uppercase or lowercase, and then we will be able to have the correct frequency of each and every word. So I'm going to do certain, you can say, data cleaning related stuff, that is called data cleaning. So if I'm having certain ambiguity in my data, so what I'm going to do over here, I'm going to do the transformation in terms of like changing the upper and lower case letters into the uniform one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert all the letters or words into the lower case. So if, in order to, you can say, apply, in order to uh, get the data into lowercase or uppercase, we are having the dot lower and dot upper transformation, and we can apply on top of this particular data. And at that moment, the data will be, you can say, you will be in a, a unique format. Okay, and then we will be going to proceed with the calculation of frequency of each and every word. So if I'm having, say, hello, and if I'm having hello, okay, and I want to have, say, hello, this, if I'm having, this is the input, okay, and this is the expectation. If I'm having data, so the expectation is data. Okay, if I'm having this data, okay, the expectation is this one. Okay, so I'm going to convert uppercase letters to lowercase letters in each and every word. So you need to tell me which mapping is this? Which mapping is this? I'm
Which
giving
mapping?
input hello and I'm expecting small case hello.
No,
So which mapping?
normal
What I
no,
can,
normal map function we can use.
so what I'm expecting, like which transformation I need to apply among flat map and map.
Normal map, not flat map.
Yes,
One
so
to one
map
map.
transformation will work over here because this is one-to-one mapping. If I'm giving X, I'm taking X. Giving X, taking X, right? It
Yes,
is not
yes,
like
Ashok.
I'm giving input, say hello, how are you, okay, and then I'm getting hello. So it is not the case. I'm just providing hello, single word, and I'm getting, I just want to have the single word hello, but that will be in lowercase letter. Okay, so whatever the outcome that I'm getting over here, so on top of this, what I will do, I will apply the lowercase transformation. So this is the flatted RD. Then what I will do, I will apply the map transformation over here, and the map transformation, what it will do, it will take X as an input, and X dot lower as an output will be given by this particular, you can say, transformation dot lower function. And what I can do, I can say lower case RDD. Yeah. Okay, and now this lowercase RDD is given over here in order to have the map transformation. Okay, right?
Right, Ashok.
Okay, so let me copy and paste it
Right.
over
So
here. Perfect. So things are looking fine, and let me proceed for the execution. Okay, so just have a look. Previously it was capital hello. Okay, now the it is converted to lowercase. Each and every word has been converted into lowercase. We are not able to see any uppercase letters over here. Huh? So at this moment, like previously data was there 7 times, and like we were having certain other records. Okay, so now what I can say, we are able to calculate the correct frequency of each and every word. So dot lower function is applied on top of the data what we are having. Okay, and then we are able to get the outcome. That is perfectly fine. Okay, so at this moment what I can say, the frequency of the given word is correct. You can take it in this way, like these are the keywords which I'm going to utilize for the digital marketing campaign. Say I'm having an organization, and I'm selling certain, say, online courses. So I'm selling these particular courses, say big data courses are sold by me. So what I'm going to check, I'm going to take the keywords from Google. So say, if like big data, if data is there, then like provide the details of those particular customers, or if someone is searching data, then provide my course details to the that particular person. If someone is searching big data, then provide my course detail to that person. That is nothing but the digital marketing. Okay, so if the letters are provided, okay, those are not in a correct way, like we are having upper and lower case, and it might be possible some letter, some keywords which are, you can say, say over here, like previously it was 7, and say world was there, say it was say 30. Yeah, let me take it in this way. Okay, say we are having data, or let me take say big data. So big data, it is say given 10 times, and say big data, that is given say 30 times. Then what we are having, data, that is given 10 time, 10 time. Okay, and world is there, say it is given 30 times. Okay, so I'm going to say purchase one keyword from the Google. Okay, so say with respect to or I am going to say this is the keyword on which you need to share my course. So over here the big data count is 50, but over here, or let me take it in this way, say 20, 30, it is 40. At this moment it is 40. Okay, but what will happen, the world will be given, and I will not be able to get the required deals at this moment. Okay, so it will show like 30 is the having the highest count. You need to do the campaigning, run the campaign onto this particular word. But that is not correct. But the search is say 40 over here, that is the highest, but because of this uppercase and lowercase letters, it is not providing me the correct picture. So what can be the correct option? We need to convert it into either in lowercase or uppercase, and then we will be able to get the outcome. Now this can happen into your day-to-day work life in future as well. Say you are having the data of certain sites. Okay, you are having the data, and the parameter name, say drop call rate. Okay, drop call rate, and then you are having one parameter, say drop call rate. Okay, so once you are going to perform the VLOOKUP and all, then these particular uppercase and lowercase will not create a problem. Because you are just referring the index and all at that moment. But once you are going to once you are going to proceed with joining in software domain, what we need to do in order to get the data from two different files or two different tables, we need to perform the joining. Okay, if these particular, you can say, keywords are different, or column name or table name are different, then we will not be able to get the required outcome. Okay, sometimes like you are going to write a code so that like it is going to consider this particular name, but you are getting this particular name in the data set, and then you will not be able to get the data from this particular column name. It will be going to provide you null values with respect to this particular column. However, this particular column is available in the data set, right? Okay, you need to perform the calculation based upon the column name, and if that column name is not correct, you can think in this particular way how you are going to refer a particular column in data frame df, and say the column name, say drop call rate. Okay, so this is the way, and if you got the column name in this particular way, then will you be able to get the records, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you able to visualize? Are you able to see what is happening? So the both of these are the different column names once we are talking about the data frames terminology.
So why we mention DF here?
Hmm?
DF.
So df is nothing but say data frame. So if we need to select a column, so df dot select, okay, in say PySpark, once we will be working with the data frames, then in order to select a particular column, we are going to use this particular syntax. And df is the data frame. Say df is nothing but spark dot read, and you dot say dot cs we say, okay, and you read a data from a particular location. Okay, I'm just giving you an overview. Okay, so you read the data from this particular file. Okay, and in for schema entry, now this particular data frame is having certain columns, and you need to do the calculation on to top of those particular columns. So if you are referring in this particular way, that will be different. If you are referring in this particular way, that will be different. So what can be the uniform mechanism? Okay, so you need to convert all the columns to the lower case, so that in future it will not be going to create any problem. If you are getting the input from the customer in this particular way or in this particular format, definitely you will be able to provide the outcome. Or sometimes what we used to say, we used to take the column name as a parameter, and what we can say, column name, and it will be the parameter that is given by the customer. Say this is the column name. So what we are going to do, in order to refer this, we will pass this particular parameter over here. Df dot select column name, and it will select this one. So this is given by customer. So at this moment there will not be any issue with respect to code, because you are referring the column name over here, and that is going to take the input what the customer is going to provide. We will be doing this, there will not be an issue. Probably like you are not able to visualize at this moment, but the main thing is that, friends, what you need to do, you need to convert the data in a uniform way in order to have the calculation and provide the exact or correct output. Clear? Is it fine? Any doubt?
Yes,
If
yes,
you
Ashok.
are having any confusion, you can ask. Might be like at that moment, I will try to explain in a better way. If you, I got the exact input from your side, that at this point you are having the challenge. Anything that you are
So,
not able to get.
so
Mm-hmm.
hello.
Mm-hmm.
You told
Yes.
like the column name is provided by the customer. Okay. For
Hmm.
example, it's drop call rate. Okay. And
Hmm.
we have to select direct column name here. So my question is here. So we need to convert in the lower or uppercase that one as well, or we can consider directly column name. There is no need to go within the uniform way like you told, or we need to
Okay.
go.
So how it will happen? So actually try to take it in this particular way. So let me open the website. Mm, Spark Optimizer. Okay. So normally, what is happening in the software world? So we are passing uh, the column names. So let me take in this way. So probably like you are working in order to fetch the KPIs. You have worked onto the certain tools. Either it might be say maps, it might be say M2000 or NetAct. So it can be anything. On that particular, what is happening? Say we need to provide the counter. So we need to provide the date. Say date. So say from this date and to this data. So we need to provide this particular information from date and to date. Then the KPIs. Say I just want to have DCR, okay, CSSR, okay, and then throughput. I need to, then we are selecting the KPIs. Then we are selecting the level, say RNC level or BSc level, or say MSc level, whatever. Okay. Or LAC or TAC level. Okay. LAC. So how these particular things are happening? So at this moment, what will happen? We are providing the inputs, inputs in terms of say data. So date is having a particular format. So we are having a parameter. So this is the front end. At the front end, uh, at the UI side, what is happening? Certain parameters are given in terms of JSON file. So what we will be getting, say start date, end date, and the value of this particular date, say 1st June 2024, and end date equal to what it will be, say 8th June 2024. Okay. So start date is there, end date is there. Okay. Now what you are doing, you are writing the code in order to take these particular inputs. KPI say like KPIs are say these particular counters are taken. It is given in terms of list. Okay. So the KPIs is given in terms of list. Okay. CSSR, DCR, throughput. Try to think. So KPI is there. Then say level is there. Okay. Level is say RNC level. RNC. Okay, and say if you are taking it one RNC, or you can have multiple RNCs as a list. So these are the parameters, friends. And what you are going to do based upon these particular parameters, the code will run. The code will run. So over here, what I'm going to do, say start date. I'm going to define, say start date. What it will be, that will be equal to, say start date, which I'm given, or like, say what I can define a class over here. Okay, and class name, say input parameters. Okay, and input parameters, say what it will be, say start date, or what I can say, or let me take in an easy way. So this is nothing but, say metadata. Okay, this is nothing but it will be given in JSON format. So metadata is this one. Now what you will do from this particular metadata, what you will do, start date, what it will be, metadata dot get, and then start data. Okay, start date. Okay, else none. I'm just providing you an overview. So metadata dot get, I'm going to take start date from here, and it will provide me the start date. Now this particular start date will be utilized in my code, and def dot select start date. Okay, so this will be the start date over here, right? So things are happening in this particular way. Now, if you have given these particular KPIs directly, then probably or definitely it will not work. It might be the case. So KPIs, so what, in order to get the KPI list, what I need to do, I need to iterate with from this particular list, like what are the different KPIs are being asked from the customer. So we will get this particular metadata. Based upon this, code is like changed dynamically, because the parameter, we can get any parameter from the UI. Okay, and the code will be, you can say, uh, changed with respect to these particular parameter, and based upon that, like we will be having a Python file, or you can say SQL script, and then that particular script is being executed, and then we are having certain data, raw data, and from that particular raw data, those particular KPI counters are fetched with respect to these values, and we will be able to get the outcome. So things are happening in this particular way, and let me try to explain it. So what you are doing, selecting counters, then metadata prepared, then once the metadata is prepared, then dynamic query drafted, and then the query will be executed. Okay, it is not like, say you are selecting day, time, and KPIs, and you are able to get how the things are happening in backend. This is the stuff, like how the things are happening in the backend. You are selecting certain things. You are selecting certain things at the UI side. Then from that those particular counters, a metadata is prepared, and dynamically query is drafted, and then the query will be executed. Let me show you something based upon this, like let me ask ChatGPT, okay, in order to provide the inputs with respect to this particular stuff. Okay, so probably you will be having what I can say, provide me the 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 details with respect to this flow in SQL and explain it. Okay, so what it has done, like we are having a table, say sales table. Okay, based upon this particular sales table, say product ID is this one, start date is this one. Are you able to get end date is this one, and then a SQL query. Okay, and that is n variable character max it is going to identify. So this is the SQL query. So first, like the parameters are selected based upon this, like say if someone has selected 101 and date is start date is this and date is this, and like say counters are this one so these are nothing but the input parameters. Based upon these parameters, just have a look over here so sales amount so sum of sales amount as sales total, and then the product idea. It is going to provide these particular parameters. It is not selecting say product ID is this one. It is going to select this product ID. It is going to provide this product ID, and then this value will be taken. So it is not like you are going to hard code your code. So the coding is done in such a way that based upon any value, it will be changed dynamically. You are going to parameterize your code, and then finally you will be able to get the output. Like you are going to execute it, and then the output will be given. Fine, a little bit complicated, or interesting? Guys,
Interesting. Interesting.
you are doing these particular
Complicated.
things.
Uh,
You are doing these particular things. You just need to think in that direction. Okay, you are doing these particular things on day-to-day basis. Okay, you are selecting the KPIs. Okay, and getting the output. But in between there are certain steps. If you are selecting these counters with respect to these counter only, how the KPI is being prepared, huh? Right? Rohit, Naresh, Vikas, and Gaurav.
right, Ashok.
Uh,
Right, Ashok.
So the main thing at this moment, uh, you just need to start thinking in that particular direction. Okay, so probably once you will be in the market, at that moment what will happen, you just need to do the coding. Say you will be getting certain metadata. Okay, and based upon the metadata you need to write down the code, like if someone is selecting these counters, so how the query is prepared on top of these particular counters, and the customer or user will be able to get the outcome. So this is selecting counters and all, that is the front end. Front end. And this is back end, and we are the back end guys. Okay, So we based upon the inputs which are given by the front end team or UI team basically. Okay, so we used to work on to that particular data, then draft our code in that way or change our code in that particular way, and then align it for the execution, and then we will be able to get the output. I will walk you through with certain examples, and we will be working with certain use cases. I will try to provide you certain data, okay, and we will work together in order to get the required things from a particular use case. So we will work together, no need to worry. But the main thing is that you need to start thinking in this particular direction, right? It is not like say you have written a code say a equal to 5 and b equal to 10 and print say a plus b. Print a plus b. This is not the case. Okay, but how the things will work, you are aligning someone to give an input, okay, for a and b. Those values will be taken as a metadata, and then you need to write down the code to calculate the sum of those particular numbers, okay, and finally, like the script will be ready, it will be executed, and you will be able to get the outcome. Try to think to write the dynamic code. Don't hard code your code. Hard code, like it will work for these values only, but if you are going to write the dynamic code, then it will work for anything. You can give any value, okay, and at that moment you will start thinking, if someone has given say alphanumeric values, if someone has given say data over here, what will happen with a plus b? So at that moment these particular things will come into the picture, and then you will be writing the test cases as well, or you will be having uh, certain exception handling mechanism. Say if b equal to alphanumeric, then print this is not the required input. So how those particular errors are coming, right? Probably like once we are selecting the future date, it is we are getting say the date doesn't exist, or like any message you can print over there, but how we are able to get that particular message? Are you able to correlate the things?
Yes, Ashok.
Okay, so start thinking in that direction. Okay, moving further. So we are able to get the outcome, and we have converted into the lowercase. That is perfectly fine. Now there are certain other transformation which are available, and we will try to get the understanding about those particular transformations. So we have seen say map transformation, okay, map transformation, flat map. We have seen then reduce by key, reduce by key. Let me mention in this way. Then what we have seen, say short by key, okay, and short by key. what are is there anything else? Mapped, reduce, well, these are the transformations what we have covered so far, huh? Now there are certain other transformations, huh? Say filter transformation, huh? Filter transformation in PySpark, huh? So say we are having a RDD and say list is there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, then 9, then 10. Now we are having this particular list. So what I'm going to do, say RDD 1 equal to sc dot parallelize. So we have created a RDD based upon this particular data. Okay, now what I want to have, I just want to get the even numbers, huh? Okay, I just want to get the even numbers from this particular RDD, yeah. So how I will be able to get, in order to
through
get
filter
the even
function.
numbers from this particular list or RDD?
Through
Filter,
filter function, and then
yes,
lambda
filter
function, and
function,
lambda, and
lambda.
And the x is going to
check the
x.
conditions. X.
Okay, so if I'm giving x in lambda, so what I need to get
X
At at
percentage
you
to
two
at percentage to
equal to
equal
equal to
0, huh?
zero.
Perfect, huh? So this will be giving me say filtered or say even number, huh? Even numbers RD will be given because this is a transformation, and transformation will give me RD. And what I can do, dot collect, and I can print that as well, huh? Print, okay, and collect. So that is perfectly fine, huh? So let me do it. Okay, so what we are having uh, this we are having this particular RD, and we just want to find out the even numbers from this particular RD, and just have a look, and let me try to mention, say, calculate or find even numbers. What has happened? Okay, so what I need to do, I need to pass the list in this particular way. So 2 4 6 8 10, that is perfectly fine, so filter is doing what? It is going to filter from a given RD based upon the condition what we are mentioning over here, okay, so filter is going to filter your data based upon the given condition, now what we are having, say if you want to find out the distinct count or distinct values, say 5 is there, 6 is there, 7 is there. Okay, 1 comma 1 is there. Okay, so we are having this particular RD, say, and from this particular RD, this is a RD 3, and from this particular RD, distinct values from distinct transformation, what I can say, transformation. So distinct transformation. So what we are having, distinct transformation is there. So RDD3 dot distinct and distinct, and then it will provide me, say, distinct values RD, and I'm going to say collect distinct values RDs. Print dot collect. Okay, so it's very simple. I just want to give you a look and feel like how we can apply the different transformations on top of a data. Okay, so this is, say, calculation of distinct from a given RDD. Okay, and let me comment this one. Okay, and let me do the execution. Okay, so we will be able to get the unique values or distinct values from a given RDD with the help of those dot distinct clause. Okay, so RDD dot distinct, we will be able to get the distinct values from a given RDD. Yeah. So we are having certain other transformations. Say the union is there, union is there, and then intersection is there, intersection is there. Okay, and certain other transformations, say join is there, and we are having group by key, group by key. Okay, so you just need to do the practice onto union, intersection, and join. You just need to have two RDDs, RDD1 and RDD2, then apply RDD1 dot RDD1 union RDD2. Okay, so the syntax, what it will be, say RDD1 dot union RDD2. Okay, this will be the syntax for union. Okay, then for intersection, the same stuff will be utilized. You just need to change the union to intersection. Okay, intersection. So you will be able to get the intersection of two RDs, and once like you need to do the joining, so RD1 dot join RDD2. Okay, so RDD1 will be joined with RDD2. Okay, so these are like the basic transformations what you can
So, what is the
do.
difference between union and join? Will there be any difference?
Basically, like union is going to like provide you the combination or values between from both of these two RDs. Like it will be kind of full outer join. Okay, and
Okay,
join, with respect to the join, like you can apply different types of join. If you are not applying something, okay, left join, right join,
okay,
you
okay.
can have
Mhm.
those particular
Okay, the
things
same
as
thing
well.
is in RDD as well.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, the main thing is that friends, like RDs are not utilized a lot in today's world. That's why like we are covering it in a fast way, but we just need to have the understanding. It might be possible somewhere we need to utilize these particular concepts in order to get the outcome. But we need to, like most of the stuff we are doing with the data frames, like these are the lower level construct, and they are lagging in terms of optimization. So we are having tungsten engine which is working with data frames or SQL queries, but with RDDs we are not having the benefit of tungsten engine. So tungsten engine is performing, or you can say internal optimization related stuff is applied on top of the data, on top of the data frames and SQL queries, and fine-tuned queries are there in terms of latency. Okay, so these are lagging in terms of of optimization. Okay, so this is there. So how you will be able to perform the left join, right join? So say left outer join. Okay, then right outer join. Okay, full outer join. Or if you are not referring anything, so it will be inner join. Right? Fine.
Fine, Ashok.
Okay. So what I can say, we are having say group by key. Group by key, we are having say reduce transformation. Okay, I will start with reduce transformation, and will ask like what is happening with respect to reduce. So what we are having this particular say RDD. Okay, this is the RDD what we are having. Say RDD 5 is there. And what I'm going to do, say reduce RDD, say reduce RDD, and it will take say RDD 5 dot say reduce, and lambda, and if I'm passing say x comma y, then I need to have x plus y. Okay, and reduced RD dot collect, and let me print it as well. Same, almost same stuff we have seen with respect to the reduce by key. Okay, are you able to recall the syntax? Reduce by key.
Yes, Ashok.
Okay, now you need to tell me what is the difference between both of these two. What has happened? Uh-huh. Now you need to tell me what is the difference between reduce and reduce by key. And intentionally I have mentioned the outcome in this particular way. What is the difference between reduce and reduce by key?
In reduce by key, it was working on the keys and adding the values. But in reduce,
Fix the key
this
and
it is
adding the
just,
values.
yeah.
No. This is not what I want to hear. Like from this output, like we are able to get like it is providing me the output.
Hmm.
74, but like reduce by key was working with key and value pair, and it is providing me the output. But what is the main difference?
In reduce by key, sorting will be done, I think.
Uh,
Sorting will be done in case of reduce by key.
uh-huh. But reduce is an action, not a transformation.
Hmm.
Whatever the input that you are going to provide, it is going to work on based on this logic. Take two inputs at a moment, like work in the direction in order to provide the sum. Like take first x 1 plus 1, then 2 will be there, 2 plus 2 will be there, then 4 plus 3 will be there, then 7 plus 4 will be there. In this particular way, it is going to reduce the input and provide you the output with respect to this particular logic. And this is an action, my friends. It is not a transformation.
That's why it was showing the type int, not RDD.
Yes. And like I mentioned, like intentionally I have executed like type of reduce RDD function. I have executed, I have like tried to take the type of reduce RDD. I have executed that particular operation. So if you are able to get RDD, then definitely that is a transformation. If output is RDD, then that is transformation. If output is not the type of RDD, then that is what? Action. Right?
Yes, Ashok, clear.
Is it fine with everyone? Vikas, Gaurav,
Clear, but
Mahesh.
Ashok,
Hmm. Hmm.
uh, it's clear that reduce by keys and RDT and its action. Reduce is single reduce is action.
Hmm.
But how reduce is different from the if we want to some just put some function result will be same. How this reduce will be different from
Okay,
this?
so reduce is going to take all the inputs. It is not going to take the values in key and value pair format. It is not going to take input as key and value pair. If this is the case of reduce by key, so it will be given in this particular way. Say 1 comma 1, say, then comma 2 comma say 3. It will be
No,
given.
no,
At this
I
moment, this.
understood. I
Uh-huh.
understood this thing. I want to say how reduce is different from the sum, normal sum function.
Okay. So, with respect to the normal sum, mm, normal sum, what you can do, that will be applied onto list and all. Like it will not have the benefit of distributed computing. Okay, so it can be
Okay.
applied. Okay, but reduce is going to take the inputs from the different executors and you can say combine them together and provide the outcome towards the driver side. Towards the driver side, you can utilize some
Okay.
output. Output is, you can say, you will be able to get the same output. And on RDD, you will not be able to directly apply some function.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. RDD reduce used for the sum. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. In distributed computing.
Hmm. Hmm.
Understood.
Hmm, hmm. Right.
Right. Right.
Okay. So we are having. Let me write down those particular things. So you need to do the execution of these particular actions and transformations by yourself. So what we have seen, collect is done. Now count you need to do. Okay, count, take. Okay, take n is there basically. Okay, and for each first is there. For each is there. Okay, for each is there. Then what we are having, save as a text file, as text file, text file. Okay, sample is there. Hmm. Take sample. Take sample and for each. Uh, what else I can have? Count by and count by key. Okay, so what I want from each one of you, okay, try to proceed with the execution with two to, you can say, three examples with respect to each and every action and transformation, and provide that particular stuff in a PDF file and share it with me. Okay, so that will be an assignment for you. Okay, once like these particular transform actions and transformations are clear with you all, then we will be able to proceed with one or two use cases, and then already chapter will be over for you, and then we will proceed with the data frames. So practice is must, and just try to take this particular assignment on and try to try to work on a priority basis onto this particular assignment. And once this particular assignment it is over, then we will be having enough understanding about RDs, how these particular things are working, and then we can proceed with the next topic, that is data frame. Okay, so you can take all of these particular thing as an assignment, whatever we have discussed in today's session, and provide it in the PDF format. Fine.
Fine, Ashok.
Anything, any
Fine,
doubt
Ashok.
that is there in your mind? And I hope you are having Spark in your machines.
Ashok,
Mm-hmm.
like like we have seen short and short by key. Short is done based upon short by key based upon the indexing, and short is based upon the key only. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so performance wise there is no difference, but is any other difference like latency wise or all?
Mm-hmm. No, 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 no. Performance wise, what I have mentioned, like once you are having key and value pair data, and you need to do the sorting based upon the key. okay, then definitely you need to prefer short by key, because like at that moment, if you are going to perform the sorting based upon the indexing and all, that will add some latency, and the job might be be taking some more time, right?
Okay.
That is the case. And with respect to handling the data, the flavor of data,
Okay.
and one more thing, you need to write a code to find out the highest, like third highest value. Write a SQL code to find the third highest
We need to write
value
SQL code.
from a given data set. Okay, this you can take, like along with this you can take it as an assignment. So what I will do in upcoming sessions, we will be working on to certain problems, and I will share certain questions, and those particular questions will be important from the interview perspective. So it will be important from the interview perspective. Second highest, third highest, fifth highest values from a particular data set, right?
Write down the SQL query.
Yeah, you can write in SQL, because like in data frames we will be going to leverage SQL.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, okay then, take care.
Fine, Ashok. Thank you.
Fine.
Bye bye.